I'm trying to think of a time I've gone back to a previous relationship, like got back with someone I'd been with before. I'm trying to think of a time. I'm sure there is a time. Yeah, there's definitely times. But, you know, there were good ideas for a time to go back. And then a time came where it wasn't a good idea to go back. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good idea at the time, but then it worked out that that wasn't a good idea. Although, can't take away from the fact that at that time, the getting back was good. Like, I can't take away from that. But then, obviously, you're reminded why it didn't work in the first place, you know? And then you kind of move on. But, yeah, definitely have done. There's been times I've gone back to previous mistakes. No, I'm joking. Previous relationships that didn't work out the second time around either. It's just the nature of it, you know? I guess they kind of serve as reminders why it didn't work the first time around. But I think, you know, it can't take away from the fact that when you did get back at that moment or that time frame, it was good, you know, which is why you got back. But yeah, you're quickly reminded that was a bad idea, man. No, I wouldn't say it's not good to go back. I mean, because, you know, people go back and it's like happily ever after and they kind of work out what didn't go right the first time. You know, maybe that's the case with the people who go back 2 or 3 times and it doesn't work out. Even the 4th time it doesn't work out. Maybe they just haven't worked out past that point where they fail, you know, or where it goes wrong. Maybe if they did, they'd be okay. Or maybe they're just not meant to be together. You just don't know. But yeah, it can go either way. I don't think it means that you're not meant to be together. I just think it, you know, it's dependent on different factors. I just, you know, it can work or it can't work, you know. You just find out that you're not meant to be together, or you work out what was wrong the second time round and you get it right the second time round. Or later on, after being away from the relationship and realizing where you both went wrong, you come back and you come to that stage again and you kind of know what went wrong and you don't go that way again. You both manage to get past it and it's all happily ever after, roses, everybody happy. Or you just not compatible, you just get to that same place and you've done all the working out and you've worked out where you went wrong, you try to do it again and it still doesn't work. And you think, you know what, nah. So what you mean, you're kind of like expecting things to be a certain way? Do you think that you know them so well, or you think you know them so well that you think you know what they're going to do and you start assuming things before they even happen and make up things in your mind about what took place in the way it did and what this person is thinking, and kind of make this own story up in your head about what you think they're about, and you may have it completely wrong, which then causes friction and which then causes ultimately you guys not wanting to be with each other. I think you're learning about people all the time. I think we're constantly learning. I don't think we ever really completely know a person. I think we're always going to be learning new things about partners and, you know, going along. You're always going to be learning something new. I don't think you ever get to a point where you know this person inside out, you know? I mean, yeah, to a degree, but I think you're always learning because we're always learning about ourselves. We're always evolving ourselves. We're always learning about ourselves. Ourselves are new to ourselves all the time. So it makes sense that we're going to be new to someone else all the time. We should be. We should be evolving. We shouldn't be the same. To say that you know a person, you know, you can swear your life on what they're going to do in a certain situation. I don't think it's always the case. I don't think it's always the right way of thinking, that you know, you can kind of assume where this person is at, what they would do, when and where and how, and then, you know, a lot of times you end up getting it wrong, and, you know, ultimately, again, as I said, the relationship falls down, you know, or we decide that's not the person we thought it was, it's not going how we thought it would go, and we don't want to be a part of it anymore. We're always evolving all the time, and that's why people grow in and out of love and stuff, you know. They either grow in or they grow out, you know, because we're always evolving. Sometimes it meets and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the stars align and sometimes they don't. But it's always moving. Change is the only thing we can definitely guarantee stays the same and will never change, is the fact that change is happening all the time. That's the one permanent thing. Change we can guarantee. Even for the human beings that we would swear we know them inside out. We're all evolving, as the world is.
My darkest days are blue, but if you want me to, I'll go back to the moon. Maybe I'll come back to